Hey, foot soldier. I'm doing good. Hey, pretty chocolate girl. I'm writing down my notes. No, I don't. I don't. You better speak to me all day. And I'm special. Stop playing. I better speak before I get in trouble. Now, if I'm in a chat, I'm gonna speak to them. But if I don't see you all day, I'm not speaking. I'll speak to like, hey everyone, that's it. But I'm not gonna type your name and all this bullshit. Cause I get tired of typing. Okay, my thoughts. Hey life begins at 75. What are you doing, Trace? Writing a book? No, I'm not writing a book. I'm writing my notes down. Yeah. All right. So here's my thoughts. Uppity. Okay, we had Uppity, Honest Road, Queen 88, Mother, and Trish. I liked Uppity outfit. The first outfit. Not the one when she changed into. Not the one she changed into. Not that one. The first outfit. Her dance moves were so so. But that's all on her. That's all I had on her. Honest Row. His attire was his attire was off the chain. I liked the way he had his headband on. He was dressed like he was going to exercise. So I like that. And I like the song he was dancing to, even though he got a copyright. Um his dance moves was who won first place? Queen 88 won first place. Um his dance moves were awesome too. His dance moves were awesome too. I think he did better than Uppity. I did. I do. Next was Queen 88. We had to wait on them to get there, but they came and they did their thing. So Queen 88 came out. She did. She was showing nothing but ass. She was off the chain too. But the second time around, she was really off the chain. She whipped that damn shirt off, woo, threw it across the room, and got that chair out, and she was on it. She was on it. She was on it for real. But she was shaking it for real. Yeah, she a pro. She is a pro. It was good though. It was a good show. All that ass shaking. And mother, James Caldwell. Sleek, dressed very well, danced very well. He was on beat. He was on beat all the way through. Even the one when he was in all black, he was on beat. And I still see him. He was on beat. Yes, Miss Jane. Mother. And then down to Trish. Trish moves were downright amazing. Downright amazing to be her age in her 50s. And she's a dancer too. She did good. She did amazing. Now to the judges. To the judges. Brian, Allie and Run the Wonderland, and Hypnotic Touch. Brian was up there moaning when Queen 88 was up there. He was moaning and groaning. I like, oh my God, he up in here moaning. He just kept saying, mm, 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 mm. He was moaning. But what made me kind of upset was when he said that he said burnt when Mother was up there dancing. He said burnt. That was rude. Real rude. You gotta go back and watch the video, but he said all this stuff. No, you smoking and drinking, you can't remember shit. And Allie in Wonderland, she's a subscriber, but she was stuck on the fact that they didn't want nobody else up there to participate. But it's free for all. She had a disclaimer up. A disclaimer about whatever. I can't remember. But she was kind of, I don't even know what to say. She was kind of. But Hypnotic Touch was on it. Except when it came down to picking the three that she wanted to pick as the first, second, and third place. She was like, she couldn't decide on which one to do. Everyone can participate, huh? Yeah. Yep. Everyone could participate. Even though we had to wait on some people, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad at all. But it was good. It's a good show. But then Uppity got mad and left. Then when it was getting down to she kept complaining about Queen 88 coming up there. She knows she was gonna lose to Queen 88. Because they only wanted the two. They didn't want nobody else to join. Well, she did anyway. But then she got really, really upset. She started. I knew something was gonna happen though. I knew it. Cause every time she in something happened. Yeah, she did a great job hosting. She did a great job hosting. I was like, let's play the song. Let's play the song. Then Brian want to call me out in the chat like, hey, Miss Hey, Tracy World, I ain't seen you in a while. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. But other than that, it was great. But when Uppity didn't get her cash out, she was like, I want my money. I'm paraphrasing. She want her money. She not leaving till she get her money. Well, I put my cash app on my community wall. Girl, if you know like I know, cash app is changing a whole lot. You got your money though, D. She still went on tour. She went over there to Kiki piano, complaining about the same situation. There was over there in Pizarro's live. And then Mrs. O live. She was over there complaining. I didn't even have to watch it. I already knew. I already knew. I could look at her on tour. On tour already. Then her and Mrs. O got into it on Pizarro's panel. It was funny. It was funny. She thinking everybody came over there. It was 800 people in the chat, and she thinks she had something to do with it. No, you didn't. People came from Pizarro's chat and everybody else chat. People shared it out. So no, you did not bring other people over there. You was not the number one starter. Yeah, 800. 800 and something. 850 something people tuned in. Tuned in. It was nice though. It was nice. It was real nice. Every time I get on this stream yard, I'm yawning. Every time. Every time I get on here, I'm like, I just get like, I'm I get to yawning. I was waiting on Demon Soul to go live, but she ain't came yet. It's 2:04. I guess she ain't coming live. She was saying get it back in blood. Somebody get it back in blood. I don't know who she was talking about. I don't know who she's talking about. But what y'all doing this Sunday? What are y'all doing this Sunday? I'm about to get some puppies. Some more puppies. You chilling? I'm chilling too. I was playing on my phone. Just scrolling through. Went to Walmart to get my medicine. Yes, puppies. Two puppies this time. Two. Two. My son gonna bring them down here later. He don't want to be the one that have to clean them up, or not me. Not I. I play with them and everything. Take her out to use the bathroom, and that's about it. But I won't let them out by themselves because people will come down here and steal puppies. That's just how bad they are. They like to steal. They like to roam around and see what kind of puppies around here and dogs, and then they snatch them up quick and leave. Nah, I ain't doing that no more. No more. Yeah, it happens. But it is shameful. Steal somebody's dog. Yeah, I know I told you about the story yesterday. About the lady, the brain dead lady that they keeping alive until she gives birth. Her baby is need 3 more months before it can be delivered. It can be delivered. Yeah, just in Georgia. But I sued the first hospital. I would if I was her mom. So her boyfriend won. I would sue the first hospital because they didn't do nothing but send her home with some medication. They didn't check and see. They didn't do a CT scan and see if she had anything wrong or nothing. They just gave her some medication to send her home. But then she woke up the next morning. She couldn't hardly breathe. She was gasping for air. So they went to another hospital in Georgia, and they did a CT scan, and they found out she had blood clots all over her brain. That's sad. Sad, sad, sad. That's very sad. Now she's been on life support since February. She been on life support for 90 days, and she's still on life support and pregnant. Hmm. And pregnant. If they would have took off life support, the baby would have died too. Hmm. So they got on life support because of the abortion law, abortion ban law. If they hear a heartbeat, they have to let the heartbeat law. If they hear a heartbeat and somebody is brain dead, they have to leave them on life support until the baby is born. She is brain dead. Hmm. Yes, she is. Are any is anybody following the Diddy case? Because I'm not. I don't want to follow it. Not you. Not me either. Which must be. I don't care either. But listen to this. A California man who tried to evade arrest by crossing lake with underwater scooter pleads guilty. Underwater scooter. Oh wow. And $35 million investment fraud scheme. He had a scooter underwater. Oh, he had all kinds of money, huh? Electric, a smart, a model demonstrates Subdue Sibo, a smart electric underwater scooter. He tried to evade arrest by jumping into a lake with an underwater scooter pleading guilty Thursday to fraud, money laundering, and witness tampering in connection with a $35 million investment fraud scheme. Federal prosecutors announced. Prosecutors say that between 2015 and 2020, Matthew Piercy, 48, of Shasta County, solicited investor funds and used the money for various personal and business expenses, including the purchase of two residential properties. Idiot. He paid back to investors about $8.8 million of the 35 million invested, according to the statement released by the U.S. Attorney Office for the Eastern District of California. Uh, when agents tried to arrest him in November 2020, Piercy led them on a car chase before dumping his vehicle and fleeing into frigid Lake Shasta with the was later identified as a Yamaha 350 Li underwater submersible device. He tried to get away on a underwater scooter. I want to know how they caught him. Piercy spent some time out of sight underwater where law enforcement could only see bubbles. Federal prosecutors wrote in the court documents calling him a flight risk. He emerged from the lake after about 20 minutes and was arrested. The underwater device was a sea scooter or a motorized device that pulls users underwater at speed about of about 4 miles per hour. Wow. Piercy tried to dissuade investors and witnesses from responding to grand jury subpoenas, and after his arrest, used coded communication from jail to direct two individuals to dispose of a U-Haul storage locker he had rented, according to the Justice Department statement. Oh, he was a bad little demon. He a demon. He doing all this stuff in prison, from jail. An FBI search of a locker turned up a wig and 31,000 Swiss francs, or roughly $37,000. Damn. Piercy faces a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison for each wire fraud, mail fraud, witness tampering, and money laundering count. His sentencing is scheduled for September 4th. September 4th. He was a devil. He was a daredevil. 20 minutes and they got him. He got arrested. This happened in 2020, but it's just not coming out now. Mm-mm. He'll be sitting September 4th. He's still in jail. He a flight risk. A flight risk. Oh. couple set to open Biloxi bed and breakfast in 2023 didn't see a lawsuit coming. Oh man, no, not Biloxi. Hoyas. The Hoyas didn't just quit their job. They sell their possessions and move from Wisconsin to Biloxi. They had a plan. The couple who have long worked in food service and hospitality wanted to start their own business. They worked in business mentors, drew up business plans for a bed and breakfast, and hunted for a perfect location. From South Carolina to Galveston, Texas, and elsewhere on the Gulf of Mexico, Heidi Ho found couple's new home in Biloxi. It was the third or fourth property they visited, and they knew when they toured the two-story brick house with a waterfront view that it was the place. Uh-oh. The Hoys bought a 7,500 square foot house in November 2021 and moved in a month later. The real estate agent had done some homework, so they thought they would have no problem getting the city's permission for a bed and breakfast in their residential neighborhood. But their case was tied up with the city for most of 2022 and 2023. When they finally approved one approval, opponents appealed to circuit court. Both sides are still awaiting a decision on a court appeal filed October 2023 in Biloxi. 18 months is a long time to stay afloat and wait for an answer, Heidi Hoy said. Dan Ho added, we're trying to ride it out best we can. Oh, this is a nice house. It's a nice house. The house they bought seemed to have been built with a bed and breakfast in mind. Each of the six rooms and has a bathroom. A generous front porch wraps around to the side porch and swimming pool. That's a big house. Nice. There's a pool, house, and living quarters over the garage. The home interior has a historic look. Even though it was built in 2004, it has 14-foot ceilings, wood floors on the first floor, an oak staircase leading to the second floor, brick fireplace in every room, and wide crown molding. A living room in front is lined with windows overlooking a small country courtyard subdivision in the Mississippi Sound. Mississippi Sound. To operate a bed and breakfast, the Hoys needed an additional use permit and a zoning change for medium density residential to low density multifamily residential. Before Hurricane Katrina, a hotel was located a short distance to the west in the business district of the Beach Highway, while property to the east is zoned for high density property. To the east is zoned for high density multifamily residential development. Oh, they got some crazy laws down. Their immediate neighbors live in single family homes. When they first requested city permission for a bed and breakfast, the Hoys were expecting questions from the neighbors about their business plan. They were unprepared for the packed, renters public hearing held before the Biloxi Planning Commission, where residents wondered if the bed and breakfast would be attracting murderers or drug dealers. What? We're not prepared for all that at all, Heidi Hoy said. We were saying this is not going well. People thought we were going to come in and run the party house. Can't we get a damn bed and breakfast? Oh well. They had an open house where they served appetizers and invited guests to see for themselves that the house offered for perfect layout for a bed and breakfast. About 30 to 40 people stopped by. I'm not going to read out it. I'm not. It's a nice house. Nice house. The Hoys are natural at hosting guests. They love to cook. He's a trained chef. Her specialty is baking. They sometimes invite their tenants for dinner just to have company to share good meal with. They host a friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, Super Bowl parties, and gatherings for the nonprofit Back Bay mission. You did they get they it's in court. They in court now. I want to live in Biloxi. I don't. I don't. Too expensive. All right, y'all. Let me get off of here. I've had my time on here. Ooh, 41 minutes. Ooh, 41 minutes. All right, y'all. Y'all have a nice day. Nice day. Bye, Miss Virginia. Bye, Foot Soldier. Bye, Pretty Chocolate Girl. Y'all don't never stay alone. Bye.